Hi everyone and welcome. My name is Robin. I'm a physical therapist, a Pilates instructor and a dancer. I have for you today a full body Pilates based workout. Now this is kind of an intermediate / advanced level. So make sure you're familiar with Pilates before trying this workout. But if you're ready, roll out your mat and we're going to start today on our hands and knees. So coming onto your hands and knees, making sure your elbows and wrists are right underneath your shoulders and your knees are right underneath your hips. We're just going to start by warming up our spines with some cat and cows. So breathing in as you drop your belly towards the floor and arch your back. And breathe out as you pull your belly button towards your spine and lifting up. So move with your breath here, breathing in to drop your spine and breathing out to curl up. We're just going to do 4 or 5 of these, moving at your own pace. Really trying to work through every vertebrae in your back. Once you've completed the last one, finding a neutral spine. So making that nice tabletop with your back where your belly is drawn in toward your spine and pressing down into the mat. Extend your right leg back and your left arm forward. And we're just going to balance for 3, 2, 1. Now draw your tummy muscles in to bring your elbow towards your knee and tapping elbow to knee and extend. We're going to do 3 more of those. So tap, extend, and 2, and 1. And extending long again. And then we're going to swap sides. So stretching your left leg out long behind you and your right arm forward. And hold for 3, 2, 1. Tapping your elbow to your knee, drawing your tummy muscles in and up. And extend for 3 and 2 and 1. Extend long to finish and bringing your hands and knees back down. Re-establish your tabletop position. And we're going to come into thread the needle now to keep warming up our spines. So extending your left arm up towards the ceiling with as much rotation as you can get. And then bringing that arm underneath and stretch across. And reaching up. And across. One more time. And across. And swapping arms. So extend your right arm up to the ceiling. Rotate through your shoulders, through your upper back. And reaching through for 3 times. Last time. And re-establish that tabletop position again. And we're going to continue our warm-up by getting our core muscles really fired up. Tuck your toes under. Hold your tabletop position as you just lift your knees to hover off the mat. Keep drawing your tummy muscles up towards your spine. Pressing down through the mat. And don't forget to keep breathing. And lower your knees. Uncurl your toes and stretch back. Big deep breath in. Fully exhale. One more time, breathing in and breathing out. And from here, we're going to come onto our backs. So come with your feet on the mat in front of you, reaching nice and tall, and then curling into your C-spine and rolling down 1 vertebrae at a time. From here, we're going to come right into our hundreds. So draw your tummy muscles in and down, knees come up to a tabletop position. Pulling your tummy muscles in, lengthen the back of your neck to lift your chest and shoulders off. Now you're going to extend your legs to the appropriate angle for you. So obviously the higher your legs are to the ceiling, the easier it is. And we're going to start our hundreds, breathing in and breathing out. 1, 2, 3, 4. Breathe out. Breathe in and out. And in and out. Breathe in and out. And in and out. And out. Breathe in and out. Breathe in and out. Last time, breathe in and out. Draw your knees in, use your strength, and lowering down. Bring one foot down and the other. From here, extend both legs long, and we're going to come into single leg circles. So extend one leg long. Start by crossing it over, down, and up. We're going to do 8 on each side. And 3. And 4. Keep drawing your tummy muscles in. Keep your pelvis as still as possible. And 7. And 8. Now reversing your circles. Start by going out and down and across. Down, across, and up. 4, 3. And 2. And 1. And switching legs, so other leg extends towards the ceiling. Start by crossing it over, down, and up. And 2. And 3. And 4. 5. 6. 7. And 8. Now reversing the circle, it goes out first, down, and across. 4, 3, and 2, and 1. And from here, extend both legs up. Draw your tummy muscles again. Reset your position. We're going to come into some double leg circles. So pointing your feet. Squeezing your knees together. We have down, around, and up. 2. Keep squeezing your legs together. 4. 5. 6. And reversing the circles now, 8 circles the other way. Just 3 more times for 3, 2, and 1. Draw your knees in towards your chest. We'll rest for just a minute. From here, we're going to come into our single leg stretch. So lengthen the back of your neck, lifting up your chest. And we're going to alternate our legs. So extending one leg long to hover, making sure your back stays implanted on the mat. And change. Keep pressing your lower back into the floor. Nice and slow to start with. And now we're going to speed it up. But as we speed it up, make sure that lower back stays planted against the floor the whole time. Switch. Don't forget to keep breathing. For 3 more. 3 and 2 and 1. Good. From here, we're going to move into a crisscross. So keeping the lift in your shoulders, bring your elbows behind your head and extend one leg as you cross and tap the opposite elbow and change. Nice and slow to start with. Really using the sides of your waist. And get ready to speed it up. We have 8, 7, 6, 5, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Draw your knees in towards your chest. We're going to come into some rolling like a ball, but we're going to start from the floor today. So grabbing around the fronts of your shins, curling up again. Bring your legs behind you just to get a little momentum and coming up. So rolling back and finding your balance point. Keep your tummy muscles engaged. Just 2 more times. Last time. From here, extend your legs long, reaching up towards the ceiling, and just have a moment stretching forward and relaxing. Coming back up, bring your hands behind you for this one and bend your knees. We're going to come into a teaser press, so another one for your core and your hip flexors. Stay nice and lifted through your back. You're going to extend one leg and down and the other. So use your hands for a little bit of support, but really staying lifted through your center. For 3 and 2 and 1. You can keep it this level, or you can join me in leveling up, extending your arm forwards, and we're going to keep going. For 7 and 6 and 5, 4, 3, 2, last one, and lifting up. We're just going to hold it there for 3, 2, 1. Good. Drawing your knees in, reaching up and rolling down. Bring your arms up over your head, extending your legs long. We're going to finish our ab series today with roll-ups. So breathing in, your arms come up. Breathe out, rolling up through your spine, nice and tall, and then reaching forward. Coming up. Start by curling into your C-spine, rolling down one vertebrae at a time. Arms up and over your head. Breathe in, arms come up. Breathe out, rolling up. Lifting tall before you then reach forward. Back to the center. C-spine takes you down one vertebrae at a time. Breathing in brings your arms back up. Breathing out curls you up. Reaching forward. Coming back up, curling into your C-spine to roll down. Last time, breathe in, arms come up. Breathe out, curl and lift, and reach forward, and back up to center. We're going to roll back down now, so coming into your C-spine, rolling down one vertebrae at a time. Now bring your heels in towards your glutes. We're going to move on to some bridging now. For this exercise, if you have a Pilates ball or a yoga block, grab that now. Otherwise, this is a perfectly good exercise without it. But if you have a block or a ball, put it between your knees and squeeze it together. Now we're going to start just warming up our bridges, so tucking your pelvis under, rolling up one vertebrae at a time. Lift up at the top and rolling back down. We're going to do that 2 more times, just like this, just to get everything warmed up. Make sure we've got all the right muscles working. Keep that squeeze in the block or the ball if you've got it. Hold at the top this time. Breathe in, lift your arms up. Breathe out, arms come over your head. Breathe in, lifting your arms up. And breathe out, your arms come down. Keep driving your hips up towards the ceiling. Breathe in. And breathe out. One more time with the arms. Keep driving your hips up. Keep the squeeze on the block or the ball if you have it. Keep the backs of the legs working. From here, drive your hips up, and then you're going to lift your heels for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now we're going to lift our toes, reset your bridge, and then lifting your toes up for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Reset your bridge one more time. Now we're going to alternate, so heels and toes for 8 and 7, toes, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Last little push here. You're going to drive your hips up again, reset your bridge, and we're just going to do little pulses at the top for 8 and 7, 6, really squeeze your glutes, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Rolling back down, one vertebrae at a time. And you can set your block or your ball off out of the way. Coming onto our side now for the side of our waist and for the sides of our hips. Start by planting one hand in front of you for a little bit of support. Squeeze your legs together. Now we're going to use the sides of your waist and the sides of your hips to lift both legs off and lower. So lift and lower. 6 more. 5, 4, 3, really use your obliques, 2, and 1. Holding your top leg up, we're going to draw circles in the air for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Reverse the circle for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now we're going to take that movement but much bigger, so bring it forward and up and down for 3 and 2. Trying to keep your pelvis nice and still. Reversing it, so bring it up and forward and back. And 2. And 3. And 4. Good. Bringing your knees up so that your knees and hips are at a right angle. We're going to squeeze our glute muscles, so without letting your pelvic tip or twist, lifting the top leg and back, and then extend it back behind you as if you're kicking somebody behind you. So lift and lower and extend and back. Keep going. This one really fires up those deep rotator muscles that sit underneath glute max, which are really important for protecting your back, protecting your hips. Keep it nice and slow and controlled. We have just 4 more of these for 4, Keep pushing. 3, 2, last one. Good. Well done. Give that glute a bit of a rub if you need to, and we're going to swing around and repeat on the other side. So bringing your top arm in front of you just for a little bit of support, trying to keep your waist nice and still. You're going to lift through your waist to lift both legs. Keep your legs squeezing together. Just 2 more. And 8. Now keeping that top leg up, we're going to draw circles in the air for 8, 7. Trying to keep your pelvis nice and still again. Keep drawing your tummy button towards your spine. 3, 2, and 1. And reversing the circles for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. From here, bring both knees up so that your hips and knees are at a right angle again. And we're going to lift and lower and extend back. In. 7. 6. 5. 4. 3. 2. And 1. And of course, for those of you who are paying attention, we forgot the big sideline leg circles, so extend both legs long again. Important that we keep everything even. So extending for our big sideline leg circles for 3 and 2. Probably a bit harder since we've done the other glute work first. Reversing the circle. 3 and 2 and 1. Now we're finished. Bring your legs up. Give that glute a bit of a rub if you need to. We're going to come onto our fronts now. So we're going to work on the strength around the backs of our bodies, so your back and your glutes as well. We're going to start by warming everything up just. So draw your tummy button towards your spine. Bring your hands right underneath your shoulders. And we're going to start with just some baby cobra movements. So squeeze your glutes, anchor your legs to the ground, lifting up through your upper back and lower back down. Twice more just like this. And on the third time, we're going to stay. See if you can hover your hands, holding up through your back muscles for 3, 2, 1, and lower down. Lifting up again, this time lift up a little bit higher, and down. So a kind of medium height cobra, and lower, and lifting up. Now you're going to see if you can maintain your height at least somewhat as you lift off for 3, 2, 1, and lower. We're now going to come into a full height cobra. So pushing all the way up. Keeping your glutes engaged for this one to protect your lower back. And lower down. Twice more like this. And on the third time, we're going to stay up. So really coming up to as high as you can, but nice and controlled. So still engaging your glutes, still making sure your back muscles are holding you up. From here, bring your hands out in front of you, tenting your fingers. Using the strength of your back to hold you upright. You're going to lift one arm up, like you're reaching forward and down, and the other arm. So we're going to do 6 more switches for 6, 5. Keep lifting up through your tummy button as well. 3, 2, and 1. Now you can stay with this movement, or you can join me in leveling it up. Keep your back muscles lifted. Keep lifting up through your tummy muscles, reaching forward. Bring that hand behind your head and rotate from your upper back. This movement should be trying to come as much from your upper back as possible. Really good for those back extensor muscles. Really good for your spinal strength. Just 1 more each side. And lowering back down. Just for a minute, stretching out your back. Nice deep breath. And fully exhale. Coming back onto your front now. Bring your hands underneath your shoulders again. Now for this one, take your feet mat width apart. And you're going to rotate from the tops of your legs. So squeezing your glutes to rotate your legs outward. Lift up through your upper back. Now you're going to support yourself on your elbows a little bit, but you should still be keeping lifted through your back muscles. Holding this lifted position, you're going to lift both your legs up and lower. For 8 times, 7. And 6, keep drawing your belly button up as well. 5, 4, and don't sink into your elbows. Keep your upper body lifted. 3, 2, and 1. Now we're going to level up. You can stay with that, or you can level it up with me, lifting your hands off. We keep lifting for 8, and 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good job. That one's really hard on your back. Really good for that back strength. Stretching back. 1 more big deep breath. We're going to move on to our upper body work now. So walking out into a plank position, and we're just going to hold here. So pushing away from the floor, drawing your tummy muscles up, tucking your spine under. We're just going to hold for 10, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Moving into our leg pull. So it's lifting one leg up, forward and back, and lower that leg. Lifting the other leg, shifting forward and back. Just 4 more times. Shift forward, back. Keep your core muscles nice and tight. 2 more times. And 1. Use your core muscles to lift your hips, pressing back into a downward dog position. Pedal out your feet. So we're going to finish our arms with a little combo here. So coming onto your hands and knees to start with, we're going to move into some kneeling tricep push-ups. Extend one leg up and back, keeping your elbows pulled into your sides. You're going to bend and press. Curl your bottom toes under as you lift up to hover your knee. Draw your other knee in towards your nose. So lower. So 1 push-up. Tuck your toes, lift up the bottom leg, and curl in. Just 3 more times. Really keep your core muscles nice and tight. 2, Last one. And we're going to come straight away on the other side. So extending the other leg long, tuck those bottom toes under, and come into your push-up for 1. And 2. 3. 4. And 5. Well done, everyone. Coming to sit now on your glutes. We're going to come into a butterfly position now. You'll be glad to know the hard work is done. We're just going to stretch it out now. So soles of your feet together, bringing your feet in as tight as you can for this one, and then try and stretch your legs down towards the floor. Don't force your legs down, let gravity help you here. Sitting up nice and tall, and just slowing your breathing down. Now we're going to extend your right leg long, bring your left foot towards your inner thigh, reaching the opposite arm up and over for a nice big side stretch. Now if you have the flexibility, you can grab hold of your toes, just as long as your chest is rotated forward. You're not here, but you're rotating up. You should feel a nice big side stretch through your right side. And coming up. Now we are going to rotate towards that leg now. Flex your toes back towards you and stretching forward. Reaching just to wherever is accessible to you, be it your knee, your thigh, or if you've got the flexibility, hands all the way around the soles of your foot. And coming back up, and we're going to switch sides, extending the other leg long. Now reaching up and across and over for a side body stretch. If you can, grabbing hold of your toes. If not, just reaching towards your foot, just making sure your chest rotates forward. Now we all have one side tighter than the other, so it might be that you can reach the toes on one side but not on the other. Just working always within what your body has. It's making sure you feel a nice big side stretch here. And then rotating towards that leg, reaching forward, grabbing hold of the sole of your foot if you can. Otherwise, just hands to shin or hands to knees. And coming up. Now crossing that foot over top of your other knee, grabbing hold of that knee with your opposite arm and twisting away, twisting towards the leg that is towards the ceiling, I should say. You should feel a stretch around the back of your hip as well as a nice twist in your spine after all that core and back work that we did. So staying nice and tall and lifted through your spine. And then just let that knee drop back down. So you're aiming to get your legs stacked on top of one another. If that's too much for you, just bring that top leg in front. And then lifting up nice and tall for your spine. If this is enough of a stretch for you, you can stay here if you need more. Just walking your hands forward. This is a good hip opener, a good really deep stretch for your rotation in your hip. And coming back up, we're going to switch sides now. So the other knee is going to cup up and over top of the one on the bottom, grabbing hold of that leg with the opposite arm and twisting towards the knee that's up to the ceiling. Staying lifted through your spine and rotating from the bottom of your spine right through to the top, so you get a nice big twist in your spine as well as a stretch around the back of your glutes. Coming back to center, so trying to stack those legs one on top of the other if you can. If not, just bringing that top leg in front. Sitting up nice and tall, staying here if that's enough of a stretch. If you need a deeper stretch, again, walking your hands forward. This should feel like a deep stretch around the backs of your hips. Don't forget to keep breathing through your stretches. And finish. Let's just all finish with one big deep breath in and out just to finish. Thank you for joining me today. I hope you feel Thank you for joining me today. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel. If you enjoyed this class, feel free to like and share, and I look forward to seeing you on the mat again soon.